I felt I was failing in every aspect of my life, tired at home and just getting by at work. It wasn't a viable situation. So 12 years into my career, I did the thing that I never thought I would do. I quit. The worker bee stopped working. The pressure was intense, so I wasn't thinking about my professional future when I quit. I was thinking about how I was going to get through the next day. I didn't have this grand plan of how and when I was going to get back into the workforce. I thought my years of work, intelligence, and talent would speak for themselves when I did decide to go back to work. If I decided to go back. How short-sighted that seems now. I never calculated the true cost of stepping back. Thousands of women who leave the workforce don't have a plan to get back in. There are 3.6 million women on the career sidelines, and we know 93% of those who have taken a career break will attempt to return to the workforce. Their children are in school. Economically, they really need to help support the family again. But many don't even know where to begin and are afraid that it might be too late. Is it impossible to get back in? No, but it can certainly feel that way. Is it easy? No, definitely not. Does it require some soul-searching creativity and good old-fashioned grit? Yes, yes, yes. The good news is that the workforce is showing positive signs of wanting to bring these women back. But the reality of bringing women back on board or making sure they don't leave in the first place is still quite thorny. It was an extremely difficult time in my life when I was out of the workforce and trying to figure out what to do. Here's how I turned it around. I just started doing things. I accepted volunteer work where I used skills transferable to the workplace. I networked with anyone and everyone, friends, former business colleagues, people on the soccer sidelines. I took classes. I learned the different social platforms, hello LinkedIn, and started building my personal brand. I researched companies. My work skills came back to life much more quickly than I had anticipated. My ambitious self was still there, and when I returned to corporate America, I realized that my career break had actually made me better and more productive in the office. I was more efficient, calmer, positive, and collaborative. All of these skills were honed from being a parent and caregiver. Honestly, I don't regret quitting. Not for a second. It happened to be the right move for me and my family that I got to know and care for my kids in a different way. However, I do regret pushing myself to a breaking point and convincing myself that quitting was the only option. I regret not having a transition plan. I regret not knowing the full implications of what quitting would mean for my family and my future earnings. I regret not talking to other women who wrangled with these decisions too, to get their advice on other possible work options and how to make the road back a little easier. I regret not having anyone helping me figure out what the hell to do. And I'm on a mission to help other women not make my same mistakes. Meet Stacey. I never thought I would quit my job. I was running to the bus one morning when the assistant to my boss's boss called and asked, "Can you take a call from Alan?" She patched me through to Alan Murray, head of digital at the Wall Street Journal at the time, who asked if I would be interested in moving from San Francisco to New York to host a new live show on WSJ.com about technology. As a journalist, it was everything I had dreamed of and worked toward for my career. The opportunity to host a live show. I was ecstatic. I told Alan I was so honored and would love to do it, but needed to talk with my husband, Gabe, first. And then I crashed back to earth. We had just bought a house in San Francisco, and I was pregnant, and not a single soul at my work knew. That night, my husband, God love him, told me I had to go, that it was everything I had worked for and I needed to seize the moment. The next day, I picked up the phone to call Alan and told him that yes, I would love to launch the show in New York.